Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, Kingdom citizens, I have an encouraging word for you today, and that is unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations. And this has to do with when people or you give to people gifts and you are expecting them to act a certain way or to say a certain thing, and then they don't end up acting that way. They don't end up saying that certain thing that you really wanted them to say, and you get ultra sad. Oh my word, you get so upset because you expected them to say something or for them to react a certain way, and they did not. Ooh, watch what Jesus said about unrealistic expectations. Matthew chapter 11, verse 16. Listen, we're reading from the believer's reality. Okay? The believer's reality is what we're reading from. Matthew chapter 11 and verse 16. It is written, "But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, We have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and you have not lamented." Excuse me, Mister, excuse me, Mrs. Didn't you hear us pipe? Didn't you hear us play for you? Didn't you see that we gave you a gift? You haven't danced for us. You saw us mourning, and you haven't lamented. What is wrong with you? Is it what's wrong with them that's the matter? Or is it what's wrong with you? You see, it's unrealistic to have an expectation of anyone after you give them a gift or after you give them anything. That's why Jesus said, hey, expect nothing back. On that one occasion, remember, when he's talking about giving to the poor, expecting nothing, right? Now remember, mankind, flesh, humankind, human beings will fail you. That's what you can expect. Okay? Human beings will fail you. So remember, when you're trying to give a gift or give something special to someone else, be it a business partner, a friend, whatever, don't expect them to dance for you. Don't expect them to jump up and down. Don't expect them to do nothing but fail you because that is what humans do. Now, if they end up dancing, then, oh man, that's awesome. That's a bonus. If they end up, right, jumping up and down like you want them to, that's a bonus. But you can't expect them to do exactly like you want them to. You're not a tyrant. We don't have that spirit of tyranny that is prevalent in the land. My goodness. If you don't do what I say, you're going to get penalized. That type of spirit is prevalent in the land. And is among families, and is among friends, and is among businesses. It's trying to spread throughout the land. But Jesus said, whereunto shall I liken this generation? They're like children sitting in the markets, and the children are saying, man, we piped for you and you haven't done anything. Well, listen, it's because you had a wrong expectation. Did everybody have the right expectation about who Jesus was when he came? No. No, a lot of people didn't. There were only a couple people that did have the right expectation of how Jesus came because they knew the word. They knew the spirit of the letter and not the letter itself. And so let us remember that unrealistic expectations will cause us to be saddened, will cause us to be discouraged, will cause us to be disheartened when we don't see what we wanted or expected to see. All right? And remember, it's not necessarily their fault. It's your fault from thinking wrong thoughts, from having unrealistic expectations. Those expectations were outside of the word, which is a good thing because now you know, right? Now you know, listen, I was thinking wrong. Okay? Lord, forgive me. I shouldn't have expected them to dance while I piped. I shouldn't have expected them to lament while I mourn. I should only expect for human beings to fail me because I gave unto you, and I should only expect for you to appreciate it, Lord, not for these people. That will lead one to get disheartened. That will lead one to quit businesses, to quit friendships, right? Don't fall into the snare of the fowler. Don't fall into the snare of the enemy, because that's what he's using. All across this land, all across the world. Listen, don't have unrealistic expectations. There are some that expect after they get a certain shot to be well again. Why? Because they're putting too much trust in man. They're putting too much trust in the doctors. They're putting too much trust in someone other than the Lord, and paying dearly for it. Paying dearly for it. And so, saints, watch out for that. All right? Remember to always have your trust in the Lord. Lean not to your own understanding, but lean on and trust in the Lord with all your heart. Trust in Him with all of your heart. Acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will direct your paths. And it won't be a path of unrealistic expectations. God bless you. God loves you. God smiles when He sees you.